Do you wonder why some people seem to have endless blessings in their lives, peace in their hearts, money in their hands, and joy in their homes, while others struggle no matter how hard they try? Let me tell you a secret, not just any secret, but one that comes directly from the wisdom of Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. There is one simple, powerful thing you can do for Allah, and in return, He promises to open the doors of wealth, blessings, and peace in ways you never imagined. This video is not about magic tricks or worldly shortcuts. This is about something real, something divine, and something that has changed the lives of countless believers, people just like you. If you truly want wealth, not just in your bank account, but in your soul, your family, and your future, then you need to do this one thing sincerely for the sake of Allah. So stay with me, because this might be the moment that changes your life forever. And before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Xplorers, where we bring you the timeless beauty and power of Islam to light up your daily life. What is wealth? Wealth, in the Islamic sense, is far more than just physical riches. It is anything that brings goodness, benefit, and blessings to your life, both in this world and in the hereafter. It is the abundance of peace in your heart, the love in your family, the strength in your faith, and the ability to help others. Wealth is a gift from Allah, and it can come in many forms. Sometimes it is the health you enjoy that allows you to work and worship. Sometimes it is the knowledge you gain that opens doors of opportunity and wisdom. Sometimes it is the strong, supportive relationships you have, which bring comfort during hard times. Understanding this is very important because it changes our mindset about money and success. Instead of just chasing after material things, we begin to see wealth as a trust from Allah that comes with responsibilities. It is not just for personal pleasure, but it is a means to do good and to worship Allah through our actions. Wealth that is earned and used in ways pleasing to Allah becomes a source of endless blessing. But if it is earned through cheating, injustice, or used selfishly, it becomes a source of punishment and loss. When we think about wealth this way, our hearts feel lighter and our goals become clearer. We stop seeing wealth as something to hoard or fight over. Instead, it becomes a tool to build a better life for ourselves, our families, and our communities. We understand that the true richness is the richness of the soul, the richness that comes from having a clean heart, strong faith, and a spirit that trusts Allah fully. In fact, many of the greatest people in Islam, including the prophets and righteous companions, were not known for their material wealth. They were known for their trust in Allah, their generosity, and their willingness to give even when they had little. Their wealth was the peace and contentment they found by living close to Allah's guidance. This spiritual wealth is what lasts beyond this temporary life and leads to eternal happiness in the hereafter. So, when you ask, what is wealth? Think beyond the surface. True wealth is the blessing of Allah that fills your life with goodness, whether you have a lot or a little. It is the strength to keep going when times are tough, the courage to give and share, and the peace that comes when your heart's content with Allah's plan. Remember, Allah is the one who gives and takes, and He can provide for you in ways you have never imagined. The key is to trust Him and to live your life in a way that invites His blessings into every part of your journey. The more you understand and live by this, the more you will see that wealth is not just about numbers in your bank, but about how rich your heart is with faith, hope, and kindness. Why do people struggle for wealth? Now, let's reflect deeply on why people struggle so hard to get wealth. When we look around, we see millions of people working tirelessly every day, facing difficulties, losing sleep, and sacrificing precious time with their families, all in the name of earning wealth. But why is that? What makes wealth such a powerful goal that people are willing to endure so much pain and hardship? The answer lies in a simple truth. Wealth represents security, comfort, and hope for a better life. People believe that having money will solve their problems, protect them from hardships, and bring happiness. When someone is poor or struggling financially, They often feel a lack of control over their lives, worry about the future, and fear what might happen if an emergency arises. So, naturally, they strive hard to improve their situation and gain financial stability. But there is something even deeper behind this struggle. People want to feel important and respected. In many societies, wealth is seen as a symbol of success and status. People think that the more money they have, the more others will admire and respect them. This desire for recognition can push people to work harder, compete fiercely, and sometimes even take unethical shortcuts. They may lose sight of what truly matters: inner peace, kindness, and spiritual wealth, because their minds are consumed with chasing external success. Allah reminds us in the Quran about this constant human struggle for worldly gains, and how it can sometimes become a trap if we forget our purpose in life. The worldly life is nothing but a game and fun, and the last abode is surely much better for those who fear Allah. Would you still not understand? Another reason people struggle for wealth is because of uncertainty. The future is unknown and unpredictable. No one knows what challenges or blessings tomorrow will bring. Because of this uncertainty, people try to build a financial cushion to protect themselves and their loved ones from hardship. They save, invest, and plan, because they want to ensure they will never be helpless. This is a natural instinct, and Islam encourages responsible planning and hard work. But the problem arises when this struggle turns into greed and obsession. When wealth becomes the ultimate goal, and people forget the reason for their existence, to worship Allah and serve humanity, their efforts become hollow. They may earn a lot, but feel empty inside. They may achieve fame, but lose their peace of mind. This kind of struggle is never truly satisfying. Why do people struggle for wealth? Because they want safety, respect, and comfort. But what they really need is trust in Allah's plan and contentment with His provision. When we remember that everything we have is a gift from Allah, and that He tests us through both wealth and poverty, our struggle becomes a form of worship. We work hard, but we also put our trust in Allah. We strive, but we do not forget that true success is pleasing Allah. This balance is the key. Struggle for wealth is not bad if it motivates us to improve our lives and help others. But when it blinds us to the beauty of life's true blessings, it becomes a source of pain and loss. Dear viewers, let this be a lesson for us all. Keep working hard, but never forget why you work. Keep striving, but never forget who is truly in control of your fate. The peace you seek will never come from money alone. It comes from knowing that Allah's mercy and wisdom are with you every step of the way. One thing you must do for Allah to gain wealth. Many people work hard, save money, and try every possible way to increase their income, but they still feel stuck. Sometimes, despite all their efforts, wealth remains out of reach or disappears quickly. Why does this happen? The answer is because they are missing the most important step: doing it for Allah. When you do something purely for Allah's sake, you invite His mercy and blessings into your efforts. This means that your work, your struggles, and your prayers are not just about personal gain, but about pleasing Allah and fulfilling your responsibilities as His servant. This mindset changes everything. Fearing Allah here means to live with awareness that He sees everything, that He is just and merciful, and that we are accountable to Him. When you live your life with this fear and consciousness, you naturally avoid cheating, lying, and injustice. You work with honesty and kindness, and Allah rewards you with wealth that is pure and blessed. But more than just fear, this verse promises a way out of hardship and provision from unknown sources. When you trust Allah, it means you believe that He is the provider, the sustainer, and the one who controls your destiny. So even if you face difficulties or delays in getting wealth, you keep your faith strong, knowing that Allah's plan is perfect. This one thing, doing everything for Allah, also means making dua sincerely. Never forget to ask Allah for help, guidance, and provision. The heart that turns to Allah in every moment is the heart that finds peace, and peace brings focus, confidence, and patience, which are all necessary for success. When you mix sincere worship, trust, and dua with your hard work, you invite blessings in your time, your energy, and your efforts. Doors open that you never knew existed. Opportunities come that you never expected. And wealth begins to grow, not just in your bank, but in your soul. So, the real secret to gaining wealth is not just about working hard or being smart with money. It is about connecting your work to Allah, making your effort an act of worship, and trusting that He will provide for you in the best way. Dear brothers and sisters, if you want wealth, start by purifying your intention. Work honestly and diligently, but do it with a heart that seeks Allah's pleasure. Pray with sincerity, fear Allah in your actions, and trust Him completely. This is the way that brings not only wealth but success in this life and the next. Why giving charity increases wealth. At first, this may seem strange to many people. How can giving away money or possessions lead to having more? Common sense tells us that if we give something away, we have less left for ourselves. But the wisdom in Islam goes beyond what our eyes see. The example of those who spend in the way of Allah is just like a grain that produced 7 ears, each ear having 100 grains, and Allah multiplies the reward for whom He wills. Allah is all-embracing, all-knowing. Why does this happen? First, charity is a way of purifying your wealth. When you give in charity, you are cleansing your money from selfishness, greed, and dishonesty. This purification makes your remaining wealth blessed and increases its blessing. It is a special kind of blessing that makes a little amount enough and even more valuable than a large amount without blessing. Second, giving charity reflects your trust in Allah's promise to provide for you. When you give away something, you are showing that you believe Allah will replace it with something better. This act of trust is a powerful way to connect with Allah and invite His mercy. Wealth given in charity never disappears. It travels to Allah's hands and returns multiplied in ways we cannot always see immediately. The third reason is spiritual. When you give to those in need, you soften your heart and open your soul to the feelings of compassion and generosity. This kindness attracts positive energy and goodwill from others. People tend to help and support those who are generous and caring. This can lead to new opportunities, friendships, and support networks that bring wealth in different forms. Not just money, but blessings in life. Many times, people hold on to their money out of fear of losing what they have or not having enough in the future. But Islam teaches us to overcome this fear through faith. There is also a deeper, unseen benefit. Charity brings peace to your heart and satisfaction to your soul. When you help others, you feel fulfilled and happy, which is a kind of wealth that no money can buy. This inner richness strengthens your faith and patience, helping you continue working hard without worry or despair. So, giving charity is not just about money. It is about trusting Allah, purifying your heart, and creating blessings in your life. It is a way to invite divine help in your financial matters and to share the blessings you have with others. Dear viewers, do not hesitate to give. No matter how small the amount, even a smile or a kind word is charity in Islam. Start today with whatever you can and watch how Allah increases your wealth in ways beyond your imagination. What if you are poor? Now, let's talk about a very important question that many people wonder about. What if you are poor? What if you don't have much money or possessions to give in charity or to support your family comfortably? Does that mean you cannot seek Allah's blessings or achieve true wealth? Absolutely not. Poverty in its outward form is not a barrier to gaining wealth or blessings from Allah. In fact, Islam teaches us that even if we are poor, we can still grow spiritually and be rich in ways that matter most. First, understand that poverty is a test from Allah, just like wealth is a test. Whether we are rich or poor, Allah tests us in different ways to see who among us remains patient, grateful, and sincere in faith. Being poor does not mean you are weak or forgotten by Allah. Sometimes it is a way to purify the heart, develop humility, and increase reliance on Allah. If you are poor and feel helpless, remember that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself experienced hardship and poverty at many times in his life. Yet he remained patient and grateful, trusting Allah fully. His life is the greatest example for us all to follow. He showed that true wealth is not about how much money you have, but about how strong your faith and character are. Being poor also teaches us important lessons about patience and gratitude. Sometimes those who have less understand the value of blessings more deeply than those who have everything. Gratitude is a powerful form of wealth that can bring peace and contentment to the heart, regardless of how much money you have. Another beautiful aspect of Islam is the community support it encourages. The rich and able are encouraged to help the poor, and the poor are encouraged to ask for help when needed. This system ensures that no one is left behind or forgotten. When you are poor, you are not alone. There are always people and organizations that can support you, and more importantly, Allah's mercy is always near. So, if you are poor, do not despair or lose hope. Your poverty is not the end, but a beginning. It is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, increase your patience, and connect more deeply with Allah. Keep making dua, keep working honestly, and keep giving in whatever way you can, whether it is money, kindness, or effort. Remember, the greatest wealth is the wealth of the soul. True richness comes from having a heart full of trust, love, and gratitude towards Allah. Poverty in material things does not limit your ability to be rich in the sight of Allah. Dear viewers, no matter your situation, Allah's mercy and blessings are limitless. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and never give up. Your time of ease and abundance will come. Thank you so much for watching, dear brothers and sisters. I hope this video has inspired you to see poverty and wealth through the beautiful light of Islam, and to always trust in Allah's plan. Remember, true wealth is not just what you have in your hands, but what you hold in your heart. Please don't forget to like this video, leave your valuable comments below, and subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more uplifting and motivational content. May Allah bless you all with endless barakah and ease in your life.